Here are 5 characteristics that Jesus wants you and I to have that are connected to the youngest. Ready? The first one is to be eager to learn. I have met people that think they know it all, and I can tell you that proves they don't know it all. And you even have a phrase like that in society, know it all. Right? Right? That's what we say. Listen, you're not done learning. Don't tell me you know everything there is to know. You might know what you need to know to get saved. Super. But Jesus wants you to have this disposition, this attitude that you are always learning. And in fact, it should be noted that many people who have spent enormous amount of time in ministry and with the Lord in devotion are the very loudest voices to say the more they learn, the more they understand they have much to learn. Do you understand that? I want you to understand that because you should never stop learning. You don't know it all. I don't know it all. I have a lot of education according to the world. I read in my Bible every day. Every day I go, wow, never saw that. Wow, never saw. I have not read in the last 10 years where I said I got nothing. There is so much depth to the Word of God. In fact, if we do that, it probably means we're just coming in with a non-receiving spirit, a non-listening attitude. If you go into the Word and it's not popping, it doesn't pop every single sentence, but I want to say this. If you go into the Word and you're stuck, you're like at a wall, ask the Lord to help you to pull it back, the covers that are on your eyes, the hardness that might be on your heart, or just the inability to connect to it, and ask Him to help you to connect. Continually learn. That's the first thing that a proper child does, a proper youngster. Continually serve. Do you know who doesn't sit at the head of the table? The child. What do we say at Thanksgiving? Just what do we say? You're going to sit at the kiddies' table. That might not be the greatest thing in the world, but needing to sit at the head of the table is the exact opposite of what Jesus wants from you and I. He doesn't want that. He wants us to be willing. He wants us to be humble enough. In fact, that leads to the third thing. He wants us to be eager to grow. In other words, we already talked about the learning part, right? Well, we should be willing to serve, to be the servant, to be the humble, and then to grow and to develop and to become what? Christ-like? Are you exactly like Jesus right now? Well, then you've got a long way to go, don't you? That's what sanctification's all about. So a characteristic of the young is to be eager to learn, eager to serve, eager to grow, and, get this one, this is a big one, eager to help. None of us are, oh, I'm so good, I don't need to help that person. I don't need to get my, what is it? What's that expression? I don't need to get my hands dirty. Yes, you do. You need to be willing to wash the feet of the saints, as Jesus did and set an example for us and said, what I have done, you should do for one another. To humble ourselves, to consider others. That's what Jesus is talking about. And also, the younger, proper child, I'll say, also understands that they're eager to honor those that are blessing and encouraging and strengthening, like their parents. What is the command to the child? Honor your father and mother, the first commandment that offers life with it. So as young people in the Lord that Jesus wants us to be, and even if you're 50 years in the Lord, just read 1 John. You'll find out humility reigns. We ought to be eager to learn, to serve, to grow, to help, and to honor.